Hi there, welcome back. Today we're showcasing the basic armor servants today to determine their performance against one another in a best of 3 format, followed by a level 3 showcasing depending if, for example, a gauntlet wins 2 in a row, and then if it wins again in level 3 we'll just move on to groups, repeat that process, and then move on to the next armor servants and basically repeat the process. Now, just a quick rundown, the point of this is to help you with your decision making when playing the actual game. So if you're putting 2 armor units down at Ghost, for example, you can determine that, for example, Gauntlets will just healthily beat Blades, so you can just leave them and move on. Or whether you have to either damage them a little bit before leaving them, or if your unit just straight up loses. It's just handy to know these sort of things when playing the game. With that said, we're starting with Kai and Sin's Gauntlets against Sol's Blades, and currently, Blade is actually holding up very well on its own. I've only tested this against 3s, and typically Gauntlets will just win. But again, this is a new learning experience for me, so we'll let this pan out. So this is just round 1 so far. I really got to stop stepping in so close. I'm gonna check out. Okay, so round 1 to Gauntlet, that's to be expected. Moving on to round 2. Okay, moving on to round 2. What I've learnt from watching this is these attack patterns are seemingly random. Right, that's attack 1 right now that blade did, and then sometimes it does attack 2, but initially I thought there was some sort of internal cooldown that prevents it from doing it all the time, but I don't know, it just seems random. Like with the last video, the candies would do their spin attack, and I saw them do it 3 times in a row sometimes, and sometimes they would just straight up not do it whatsoever. Wow, the Blade won. Okay, moving on to the final round then. Okay, so last round between these two in a single format. Kind of interesting. Blades do kind of well on their own. Again, I've only done this as a test against 3s, and Gauntlets would consistently win otherwise. No. Oh, it's the line of sight blocker again. There you have it. Gauntlets win. Moving on to groups. I said groups, what I meant to say was level 3s. So we'll do this first, then groups. This is close. No way, it took it. Well, going into round 2 for level 3s. Okay, going into potentially the last round if Blades win again. Oh, don't get HP. Uh-oh. Okay, so Blades take it. So in conclusion, it's not as hard won as I thought for Gauntlets, so it's best to at least knock down a unit to 50% at Ghost if you're leaving them there, just to make sure they win. Moving on to groups. Okay, groups, level 0, round 1. Yeah, they definitely do better in a group. They'll be comfortable just winning on their own like that. Going on to round 2. Okay, round 2. A ring out. We'll call that a win. Okay, just to see if level 3 makes any difference. Okay, so in conclusion, Gauntlets are better in groups. They win way better than they do on their own. So if it's a 3 versus 3, then you don't have to worry about it. If it's a 1v1, especially in like a ghost node control situation, then you need to get involved. Moving on. Okay, moving on to Kai Sin's Gauntlets versus Izuna's Namahage. Now, the Blade was the Gauntlet's toughest opponent, so it should just do better from here on out, to be fair. But we shall see. Hey, Namahage is doing really well. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, commentators, guys, no. Not like this. There we go. Namahage takes round 1. Okay, round 2. You do, come on. You do, play on this. What a dodge. No way. Namahage win it 2 for 2. Okay, going into level 3s. If Namahage win it, then we just move on to groups. No, what I want to do is Okay, so in conclusion, Namahage can consistently kill gauntlets on their own. Although I'd still bring them to 50% health before leaving them to just duke it out on their own at ghosts though. Moving on to groups. Okay, moving on to groups, level 0s, round 1. Okay, so they win round 1. So they seem to be much better in groups than they are solo. To be fair, their attacks do AoE, whereas the Namahage don't. Well, they kind of do with their secondary attack, but still, it only hits 1 unit per slice, even though it's 4. So with that in mind, I reckon they'll probably win the next round as well. We shall see. Okay, moving on to round 2. Okay, and group level 3s, though I expect the outcome to be the same. Okay, so just to reiterate conclusions, Namahage are better in solos against gauntlets, but when it comes to groups, Gauntlet are still the clear winners. Let's move on to rollers. Okay, we're moving on to Sin and Kai's Gauntlet Bodies versus Paradigm's Rollers. They're both level 0, this is round 1. No, you don't. No, good. That was too close. That's ridiculous. I didn't think it'd get anywhere near killing a gauntlet. Wow, okay. Next round. Okay, round 2. Oh. Why you? Yeah, Not like this. Oh my god, going into round 3. Okay, going into the tiebreaker. Okay, moving into level 3s. Okay, and level 3s. Hopefully 1 round. No. Hooray, and the Gauntlets take you. Okay, moving on to groups, level 0s, round 1. Ring out. How much health was that on? Yeah, I'm gonna win anyway. Moving on to the next round. Round 2. There we go. Okay, and group of 3s. At level 3s, hopefully the final round. Good. Oh no. Okay, so in conclusion, Gauntlets win both solos and groups. They fare better in groups, and against solos on goes, you should probably drop them to 50 HP either way to ensure one wins. Okay, moving on to Izuna's Namahage VS Blades. Singles, level 0, round 1. Let me help. Wow, that one with convincing amount of health. I think Namahage is the best armor unit in a 1v1, that's for sure. Round 2. Okay, going into round 2. Yeah, they're looking to be the best solo unit out of the 4. Moving on to level 3s. Okay, groups, round 1, level 0s. Okay, blades are better in groups. Next round. And going into round 2. Okay, at one point it turned into 3 1v1s, and I think that's what won the Namahage that round. Bring me to round 3. And the last round. Okay, they win that round, going into level 3. Okay, going into the last round. Okay. Damn it, drill. Blade even. Why are you like this? Okay, they won pretty convincingly. I guess we're going to round 2. Okay, the final round. Well, okay. So in conclusion, level 3 drills are slightly better than level 3 Namahage, but level 0 is Namahage better than level 3 Blades. And they're pretty healthy. So in conclusion, Namahage will destroy blades on their own. In groups, blades tend to fare better. And you could probably leave them to it without interfering. Okay, moving on to Izuna and Paradigm. Namahage VS Rollers. Round 1, level 0s. Okay, that was not how I was expecting round 1 to go at all. Moving into round 2. Okay, going into round 2. See if that's just why? Why is Rollers so good at building full health? Oh. Okay, Namahage won round 2, but just barely. Okay, final round. Okay, Namahage's won it. Barely. So, like the other units, you want to get it to 50% before just leaving them to it, otherwise it could really go either way. Okay, going on to level 3s. Good, stop trying to attack me, please leave alone. Okay, going on to groups. What's this doing? Okay, going into, before I forget that, round 2, groups.
Okay, going into level 3s. Nope, this is the final round, I lied. Then there'll be level 3s. Okay, and level 3s. Okay, going into level 3s. Namahage to win it and then we can move on. Otherwise we're doing another round. No. Okay, well, we're going into another round. Okay, the final round of level 3s in groups. Okay, Namahages take it. In conclusion, you should probably get involved on either side because they're very low. That includes solos and groups. Okay, lastly, moving on to blades and rollers. Once I figure out what I'm doing. There we go. Like okay, rollers take round. Okay, going into round 2. How do you miss something so large? Okay, rollers take round 2 too. Okay, moving on to level 3s. Okay, so in conclusion, you need to get involved with both. Blades are pretty terrible though. Moving on to group. Okay, got groups, level 0, round 1. No way. Rollers take round 1. Round 2. Okay. Rollers win round 2. Okay, and level 3 group 3s. Okay, going into a final round it is. The final round. Okay, bye. Well, that last fight was scuffed, but you know, in conclusion, get involved. Kind of have to drop it to 50%, and then your unit should be fine either way. Okay, so in conclusion, Gauntlet Bodies are generally top of the table, although in a 1v1 they lose to Namahage consistently, followed by Namahage themselves, then Blades, and then the Rollers. Although Rollers can seem to do well against Namahage for some reason in solos. Yeah, thanks for watching.